The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication. Podcast publishing made easy. Libsyn.com. That's Libsyn.com.
You're listening to Yippee-Ki-Yay, Western Old Time Radio.
Red Ryder was an American radio western series based on the popularity of the comic strip Red Ryder and was aimed at young audiences. The violence was toned down a bit. Unlike the comics, Red was not active as a lawman, but mostly worked as a cowhand. Only when the stories asked for it did he get involved in acting like a deputy sheriff. Red also never killed his enemies, only shot their guns out of their hands. Another difference was the name of Red's sweetheart. In the comics, her name was Beth Wilder, while on the radio she was named Jane Bruce.
The Duchess, Little Beaver, and Red Ryder, presented for your pleasure. Roll Thunder!
From out of the West comes Red Ryder, America's famous fighting cowboy. There's trouble brewing along Broken Horn Ways, so ride, Little Beaver. Brought that pony.
You betcha. Get him a papoose. Get along. Get him.
The Adventures of Red Ryder. With another successful adventure behind them, Red Ryder, Little Beaver, and Rawhide Rawlinson have sought relaxation at the home ranch. And now, as the curtain rises on tonight's story, we find Little Beaver trying his best to teach Roland in the proper use of the little Indian's favorite weapon, the bow and arrow.
I think I got it now, Little Beaver. Watch, a wet fly with the arrow.
Roland, be careful.
Oh.
You point him off it.
Oh, my goodness, my gracious. Oh, my sainted aunt.
You jump him in plenty hot water, Roland.
Oh, boy.
Look, here come Red Ryder, plenty angry.
Looks like we're caught between two fires. Here's that man from the telegraph office coming up the road.
Whoa, Bessie, hold it!
Just a minute, Roland. Wait till I see what this telegram is, and then I'm going to take care of you. That for me?
Yep, telegram for Red Ryder.
Well, thanks, old-timer. Oh, Roland, sign that slip while I read it.
There you are, my good man. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
Thanks, Bub. So long, Red.
Who telegram from, Red Ryder? What'd it say?
It's from Buck Henshaw, the sheriff over at Broken Horn. Buck says he needs help and bad.
Oh, gee, Wed, do we always have to go flying around the country because somebody's in trouble?
Mister, you're in trouble right now, and if you know what's good for you, you'll go roll your blanket and be ready to ride in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
With a little luck, we might get there before it's too late. Up there, Thunder. Come on, keep running.
There's plenty long trip to Broken Horn, Red Ryder.
And Buck Henshaw's a plenty good friend of mine, so stop complaining.
Oh, here we go again.
Those shots must be coming from the road. Come on, cut across this nose so we can get on top and look down.
Get him a papoose. Get along. Get him.
Gee, Willikers, Wed. See, two men trying to hold up that express wagon.
One thing about crooks, they never learn anything. But maybe a little lead is the kind of lesson they can understand. Let's find out.
You see him, Red Ryder? They let him listen, okay?
They sure did, but the driver's been shot and the team's running away.
Wait, Huckleberries, Wed. You think we can catch up with them runaways? They're heading for the cliff that overhangs that river.
Save your breath, Roland, because we're certainly going to make a try. All right, fellas, straight. Reach out there. Come on, Thunder.
Check him up.
Rawhide, you and Little Beaver grab the bridles on this side. I'll take the off horse and see if we can't slow them down before they crash.
Come on, Watwell. What's the you want?
They got him rattled, Red Ryder. Whoa there. Slow down now.
Oh, hold there. Hold up. Good night we didn't get here soon enough. That's Buck Henshaw riding shotgun next to the driver, and they got him right in the chest with their buckshot. All right, come on, you two. Off those horses and lend me a hand.
Red Ryder, Sheriff opened his eyes.
Now, take it easy, Buck. We might have gotten here too late, but we're here just the same.
Red, the driver. Those crooks.
I'm sorry, Buck. The driver's gone.
You catch the crooks?
No, just ran them off.
I'll make you deputy. You get 'em, Redhead.
We'll sure try, but I don't know who we're looking for.
I think a man called Blackie Brisbane. Little ranch back in the hills behind a narrow pass up there in the rocks.
Now, take it easy, Buck. You've got to save your strength to fight this through. But if you tell us where we can get deputies' badges, as soon as we've gotten you to the doctors in Broken Horn, we'll be after those owl hooters so fast they'll think they were caught in Roaring Rapids. We'll get them, Buck, if it's the last thing we do.
Have you finished counting the dough in that express box yet, Blackie?
Almost. Wait a minute, will you? Better than we figured. Just a shade under 40,000 of Uncle Samuel's aid number $1.
Well, we got better than 160,000 now. What's wrong with pulling up stakes and ambling before it's too late?
You got about as much salt in you as a butterfly.
Yeah? Well, I ain't met the man yet who could make me back down. And that includes you.
Why, you little loud mouth.
Well, you never should have done that, Blackie.
Trouble is, I should have done it months ago. But it's high time you found out that I'm the boss, that I give the orders. Don't be a sucker. I see what you're up to. And if you go for that gun, it'll be the last move you'll make on Earth.
Yeah? Well, you're not bossing me none, Brisbane. And I got a way of learning it to you you'll never forget. Watch! Oh, Brisbane, you black-haired ape.
Go on, get up. You're not bad hurt. One of my slugs just chipped your elbow. But next time, I'll take care to teach you your lesson for good. Now go on, tie a towel or something around your arm. Because you got to relieve Moose standing guard down at the front gate.
That must be the ranch gate. Slow down, lads.
Oh, Purples. Easy, boy.
Look, Wed, there's a wet-faced gent standing at the gate waiting on a rifle.
Well, in that case, we'd better rein up here and walk the rest of the way. All right, Slender, that's far enough. Now, remember, I don't want any shooting if we can avoid it. Shots may attract attention, and you can't tell how many of those no-good crooks they've got around here.
Hold it right where you are. Now get your hands away from your gun belt and get 'em up.
Now, just a minute, my friend. I don't know what you're aiming to do or who you think we are, but we came up here to see a Mr. Brisbane.
Yeah? Well, you come to the wrong place. No one by that name here. Come on, keep those hands up.
That's odd. I got a letter in my pocket addressed to Brisbane with a map of how to get here right on the envelope. You want to see it?
Well, who's the letter from, Redhead?
Well, the letter's from... Oh, you mean who wrote it? A gambler by the name of Ace Hanlon over in Devil's Hole. You know him?
Hanlon, eh? Heard about him. Well, I can't see nothing wrong with looking at the letter. Come here. Walk slow, and I'm warning you. Make one move I don't like, and they'll be measuring you for a wooden overcoat.
I'm not looking for any new clothes, particularly those made of wood.
Now remember, this rifle's cocked, and I got a finger, an awful itchy finger, just curled around the trigger.
I'll remember, don't worry. Well, come on, reach into my pocket and take the letter out. That's it. Just unbutton the flap and...
Why, you double-crossing, wall-eyed hyena.
Rolling. Little Beaver, come on, get over here and grab that rifle before it accidentally goes off.
It's going off, Redhead, and plumb through you.
Okay, Red Ryder. They got a rifle.
Good. Then we'll just wind up this little affair and get about our real business. This ought to be a lesson to you, mister. Trust anybody you want, but never trust a redhead. All right, boys. Grab that rope of his and we'll tie him to the fence post. He'll wake up just about in time to go to jail with whoever we find up in the cabin.
Get your elbow bandaged up all right, Slim?
Here, Blackie. I'll be okay. I'm sure sorry I lost my head.
Forget it. Forget it just as long as you'll remember who's boss. You'd better grab a cup of coffee and then go down and relieve Moose at the gate.
All right, boss. Hey, what'd you do with it? What happened to Express box?
I burned the box up in the fireplace and cashed the money down the cellar with the rest of her bankroll.
I wish I didn't have this feeling that something's going to happen. You just can't shake it off.
Something is going to happen if you don't shut your yap. Something you're not going to like. So why don't you just shut up and let me do this?
Hey, reach for that gun. But if you've got to reach for the ceiling. That'll be safer.
Who are you, Redhead? What's your idea of busting in here like this? This is a holdup. I've only got a few dollars in my clothes.
Just save your breath, Brisbane. You are Brisbane, aren't you?
Why? What about it?
You there, you with the bandaged elbow. Is this man Brisbane?
Well,
Do you want your other arm broken?
Slim, if you open your mouth...
Oh, shut up, Blackie. What good is lying now? They got us covered.
Sure they have. But while they were watching you...
Red Ryder, look him out!
Rowland. Watch the other one. And our hoodie with only one arm is just about your speed. And now, Mr. Brisbane, if you got a nightshirt handy, get it out, because here's where you go to sleep. All right, Slim. Did you see these?
Jeepers. Deputy badges.
Yeah, that's right. So now you know why we're going to put the handcuffs on you in Brisbane and personally escort you down to the Broken Horn jail. All right, Roland, get those handcuffs out. On the way back to the road, we'll pick up the other Jasper who was guarding the gate.
By the time I get through with you, Redhead, you'll know it. I'm going to get you 15 years for false arrest.
Maybe so, Brisbane. I'll admit we didn't find the missing money.
Yeah?
But if Sheriff Henshaw pulls through, I think his testimony, identifying you as the man who held up the express wagon, will ensure you a free party at the state's expense.
Wait, thunder and lightning, Wed. Look, will you?
Where, Rawhide? What's the trouble?
Where's that maverick we had tied to the gate post? The rope's still there, but he's gone.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Must have a knife in pocket because rope's been cut him through.
Well, that isn't going to stop these two polecats from going to jail. But with one of the gang out, I'm afraid that we can look for trouble and gun smoke and plenty of both before we cleaned up the situation in Broken Horn Valley.
Hey, boss. Blackie, you in there?
That you, Moose?
Sure is. I hid out till it got dark. What happened, Blackie? Something sure went wrong.
Something's going to go a lot wronger with that nosy redhead before I'm through with him.
How about getting us out of here, Moose? If we ever stand trial, we're going geese.
Well, get out of here. If Moose does what I tell him...
Yeah, what's that, boss?
Look, there are only two people out front at the sheriff's office.
Yeah?
Ryder and that Injun kid of his.
Mm-hmm.
And the little fat guy is over at the doctor's sitting up with Henshaw to see if he regains consciousness.
Yeah, but what do you want me to do?
If you got some boys and stirred up a little trouble down the street, that redhead would come running. And the minute he was out of here, you could come back, shoot the lock off the cell door, and we'd be out.
Hey, I think that'll work.
Of course it'll work. Now go on, hire some boys and get busy. Because besides getting out of here, we've got to make awful sure Henshaw never regains consciousness.
I sure think business is not for a youngster your age, Little Beaver. Keep you up too late.
No, maybe I'm okay, Red Ryder. Maybe catch him nap and get him good and sleepy.
Good and sleepy? Yeah. Why, you're so tired now that you can...
Red Ryder, he plenty awake now.
Good night, Little Beaver. Looks like a riot's broken out in front of the gambling house. Come on, we'd better get down there before someone is killed.
See him, Red Ryder? Better do him shooting, start to get him away.
Doesn't look as if anyone was hurt. Hey, you there, what was the trouble?
Land if I know, Sheriff. Guess it was just a couple of waddies feeling good and celebrating.
Thanks. All right, come on, Little Beaver. We'd better get back to the jail. All right, son, that's enough excitement for you for one night. So throw your blankets on that little cot over in the corner and...
Look him there. Somebody shoot him lock-off gate and cell door wide open.
Well, how do you like that? Brisbane and his bodyguard got out while I was stupid enough to fall for their little trap. I told you that with one man missing, we were in for trouble.
Well, Doctor, there's no sense of both of us sitting up all night. I still can't see the logic in Wed making me stay over here with you now that Sheriff Henshaw has been moved over to the hospital an hour ahead.
Well, I'll tell you, Rawlinson. Ryder impresses me as a man who knows what he's doing. Yeah, it was certainly a smart idea, moving the sheriff out of here. Keeping you over here at my house will make those crooks think Buck's still here.
Crooks. They're all locked up in jail. And if they did get out and try something, I'd mow them down so fast they wouldn't have...
Get them up, Doctor. Huh? You too, forehead.
But...
Maybe that'll convince you we mean business.
Yes, sir.
Slim, Moose, get that bedroom and haul that sheriff out here.
If that's what you came for, Brisbane, you're wasting your time. The sheriff's not here.
Yeah? Moose, I thought I told you to go in the other room.
Okay, boss, I'm going. Hey, Blackie, it was telling the truth. Henshaw's not here.
Well, I thought they'd outfox us, did they? Well, there's an old saying I remember. He who laughs last, laughs best. You there, Butterball.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. We're going to take you with us.
Now, wait a minute.
Now, look, Doc. As soon as we're gone, you hightail it over to the jail and tell Ryder if he wants his little fat friend to stay alive, I'll trade him to him for the sheriff.
Why, you no good crooked.
Shut up. All right, Slim. Grab hold of that little lard bucket. Let's get going. That's it, Slim. I'll pick him up when time to horse. And don't forget, Doctor, if Ryder wants him back, he's to deliver Sheriff Henshaw to me at the entrance to the pass leading to my ranch, not later than 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Because if he doesn't, there's going to be someone else killed around here.
Yeah, that's all I can tell you, Red. That's just the way it happened.
Poor Rawhide. I'm in plenty tough spot. What do you think we better do, Red Ryder? Turn him over sheriff to Brisbane?
That would be a fine thing, wouldn't it, Little Beaver? No, sir. We're going to follow right in Brisbane's own steps.
What do you mean, Ryder?
He created that little division in front of the Juice's Wild to catch me off guard. And that's just what I'm going to do at the pass that leads to his ranch.
Take him plenty chances, Red Ryder. That little bottleneck make him his ranch like fortress.
That's exactly what I'm counting on, Little Beaver. Once we get rolling safely out of there, we're going to put a fire under that bottleneck that'll cook those crooks' hash for the rest of their lives.
Hey, Blackie, what are we going to do? Sit up all night and wait for Ryder to bring the sheriff up here?
Sheriff will never get this far. Ryder gets within rifle range of the gate, Moose and the other boys will take care of the lot of them.
Well, what are you going to do with that little fat gopher we got tied up in another room?
You're really as innocent as you.
Tougher and catfish, Blackie. What happened?
I don't know. But grab that rifle. If someone started any trouble, we've got a barrel full of it to dish out ourselves. Come on, Slim. On the double. Looks like there's trouble down at the gate.
Watch it with that knife, Little Beaver. Cut the ropes, not roll them.
Gosh, Wed, this seems like a miracle. I certainly thought I was done for. But now that I'm loose, what are you going to do to wound up the crooks?
Little Beaver and I hauled up some cans of kerosene and a few extra blankets. While Brisbane is down still investigating the explosion at the gate, the three of us are going to start a brush fire up here. With the fire at their backs, I figure the crooks will head for the pass. And that's where I got a posse waiting. So come on, Roland. Even a wasted second, maybe too much. All right, Little Beaver. Pour the rest of that oil right there. And as soon as Roland throws a match on it, we'll have Brisbane and his crew trapped in a semicircle of fire.
We got him already, Roland.
Excellent, Little Beaver. Now, I'll just strike this match and... There we are. Come on, Wed. We better get out of here before we whack Blackie's goose all cooked.
Ryder, that wind. Seeing what happened?
Jeepers, Wed. With the wind switching, Brisbane's not going to be cut off. We are.
Of all the stupid things for me to do, the three of us trapped in here like rats on a sinking ship. Well, they're not going to roast us yet. Not while we have our horses, so come on, boys. Climb aboard and let's make a run for it. If we can make Roaring River while there's any skin left on our bones, we got one chance in 10 of escaping with our lives.
Hold them still, Papoose.
Now, both of you stay behind me. I'll go first and head for the water. All right, boy. This is your life as much as mine. If ever you showed speed, show it now. Come on, Thunder.
Come on, Wet. Where this smoke is awful, I can't see a thing.
Save your breath, Roland. You may need it later.
But Ryder, where's that river you're telling us about?
It can't be very far ahead. I can hear the roar of the rapids from here. Yep, there it is, boys. But of all the luck, we're right on a high bank over it. Nothing to do now but force the horses to jump and pray we land right side up.
You go on ahead, Red Ryder. We're following you.
All right, Thunder. This may be our last ride together. Keep your head up, and when we hit the water, start swimming. Come on, Thunder. That's it, Thunder. Don't let up, not for a second. Roland, you all right?
We both okay, Red Ryder.
Thank heavens. Come on, there's a little rocky bank right ahead of us, and if we can make it, we're safe. I've had narrow escapes before, but never one like that.
Wed, hear that shooting? Seems to be coming from the other side of the pass.
Well, boys, I guess we've lived right, saved our own necks, and that shooting means Blackie Brisbane made a run to escape the fire and rode right into the arms of the posse. Shake up those ponies. I want to be there for the showdown.
You got him. Get on, Papoose. Get.
Roland, Little Beaver, the two of you follow the posse over through those rocks. I just saw Brisbane making a run for it down this little trail. Don't quit now, boy. Come on, Thunder. Brisbane, if you don't rein up, I'll... All right, Blackie, you're asking for it. And now, mister, with you off your horse, the rest is up to the judge. Hold it, Thunder. Rein up. All right, Brisbane. Leave your gun where it is and hold your hands out here. You might just as well get used to having handcuffs tight around your wrist to get you ready for the sensation of a rope closing around your throat. Well, boys, how does Devil's Hole look to you again?
I never thought I'd see it when we were trapped in that fire. And let me tell you something, Wed. The next time I see that man from the telegraph office coming with a message for you, I'm personally going to throttle him and tear it up. Boy, I'm through with looking for trouble.
Hey, Red Ryder!
Uh-oh. Red Ryder, see him? Man from telegraph office waving to us and wanting us to stop.
Well, I'll be jiggered. Hold it, Thunder.
Wed, don't be a fool. Make believe you didn't hear him.
Now, take it easy, Roland. This telegram may contain good news.
I'm glad I saw you. Here's a telegram for you, Bub.
For me?
Yep, Roland Rollinson. Message comes from Providence, Rhode Island.
From Providence? Gee willikers.
What is it, Roland? Something wrong at home?
It certainly is, Wed. It's from my sister-in-law. My brother's very sick. They want me home as soon as I can get there.
Gee whiz. Me plenty sorry, Rawhide.
So am I, Roland, believe me. Now, let's see. The Overland goes through here at 4:20. Well, gosh, if we turn on some speed, we could get back to the ranch, help you pack, and back to the train in time for you to catch it.
Well, in that case, better hurry. Get him up, Papoose. Get along. Get.
All right, boys, pound those hoofs. Run there, drive. Come on, Thunder.
Don't miss the next exciting episode of Red Ryder.